Right, we'll talk about this band. Absolutely fantastic band, Oasis. Fantastic, and obviously the four albums on the front there is definitely maybe. Dig out your soul. Be here now, and I mean obviously these are all anticipated. Obviously, dig out your soul wasn't as a good album, but obviously because I like basically every album and every song. They're just a band that were so fantastic. They were really brilliant, and more so. I mean, I always found Oasis really good, but more so now. I think Oasis are fantastic. I mean, I got this T-shirt in the other time in the post, the other day in the post. Um, I'll probably do that tomorrow. And as I say, that was probably from Dig Out Your Soul. So it'll be nice to put that in a coat hanger. Get all washed and shaved tomorrow, and then stick it on. So that'll be quite good. And as I say, I've got all the albums, as I say, Oasis, but these were a few, which is the first one being the best Oasis, which is Stop the Clocks, which is like the best of Oasis. So obviously you've got songs on there like Wonderwall, Slide Away, Cigarettes and Alcohol, The Master Plan, Live Forever, Morning Glory, Songbird. Again, basically all the Oasis songs that make them who they are. So that's Stop the Clocks. And as I say, the same. This album cover looks awfully familiar because it's the same as my T-shirt, Dig Out Your Soul. And as I say, a few honourable mentions. I'm Out of Time. That's a fantastic song. The first time I heard that, um, it's basically a song that basically reminds you when you're younger and you're out of time, and you've got to really get out there and do things that you want to do in life because it will pass you by. So I love all that sort of stuff. And then obviously you hear John Lennon in the background going, "Well, will he be there when I get back?" And that really hits you like a train. And then obviously you've got songs on there like "Shock of the Lightning" as well. So that's a really fantastic one. But really, obviously every band has their sort of iconic. Whether you're talking about Sir Elton John or U2 or Bon Jovi, all these people all have bands that soar up way above the clouds, and then you love that album where it just peaks. And it's maybe no so good album, but um, you remember you like it for what it is, and really that's all, because it doesn't matter how massive or big the band is. I mean, look at Fleetwood Mac. Obviously, their claim to fame was Rumours. I mean, that moved a colossal amount of albums, but then at the same point as well, there was other kind of albums. I can't quite remember off my hand, but I think there was one or two albums of Fleetwood Mac that weren't not so great, because obviously they've been going since the late '60s. Fleetwood Mac, a bit similar idea to Pink Floyd and things like that. So I'm moving on. So another kind of best of greatest hits. Um, as I say, I'm amazed my room's not full of Oasis albums because I'm a bit like that. Um, that's taking it to the extreme, of course, but more or less, I like when I like a band or this or that. I do tend to buy multiple copies, and I don't know why that is. It's just because I appreciate the band that much. But anyway, we're on to Time Flies, Oasis. You're looking at 1994 to 2009. Um, as I say, the way I always remember this album is I was born in 1992, and this is like 1994. So I was like, I must have been about two or something when this album came out. And then obviously 2009, and obviously that's a prominent year in my life because that's when I left high school. So I say this is a fantastic album. It's not really an album, but it kind of is. But it's more a greatest hits or a best of. Fantastic. It's really ideal, and it's got songs on it like Supersonic, Live Forever, All Around the World. Some might say Leela, Let There Be Love, Little by Little, I'm Out of Time, Falling Down. Aye, fantastic. I really recommend it. So I just put it closer to the camera so you can see. Fantastic. And then as I say earlier on, fantastic. Where did it all go wrong? Sunday morning call. Go Let It Out. I mean, these are all fantastic. Standing on the Shoulders of Giants. Brilliant. And then now we're getting into the main stuff, Oasis, which is Master Plan. And as I say, obviously the Master Plan, obviously Stay Young, Acquaintance, and obviously they were brilliant songs. Of course, the self-titled song, The Master Plan, really really good. I've always liked Oasis. Stay Young. Overall really really good band, really good album. Can't exactly remember. So that's Acquaintance, because I couldn't quite remember what was all in this. So Acquaintance, Talk Tonight, Getting Nowhere, Fade Away, the Swamp Song, Walrus, Listen Up, Stay Young, Shake and Maker, and The Master Plan. Brilliant, a lot of great singles on there. But I mean the other quickly before I talk about this next album. See, the thing with Oasis was majority of their songs were all kind of A-sides, but even like the B-sides that weren't as famous, but they might as well be A-sides because they were that good. But as I say, and obviously Oasis is familiar to millions all around the world. Like the song goes, the Oasis are fantastic. But I think this was more like a sort of live album sort of idea. But still is great. And what I liked about the CD was, you took it out and it was like well in this case it's like Murrayfield Stadium. If you just have a wee quick, look there. It's like a seating plan for either the Hydro or Murrayfield. The reason why I mentioned Murrayfield is because they're actually going there next year. So definitely. And obviously I did try to get tickets. Well, I didn't actually physically try to get tickets, but and then I realised, because I was actually at my mum's at the time, and I was just kind of sat there going, something I'd quite, because I go on about them quite a lot, Oasis, and I thought, oh, how good it would be to go and see them, because Oasis is like talking about like Sir Paul McCartney or any of these other massive stars or bands, and sometimes people manage to go and see these big massive stars, and other times it's no doable or feasible. But as I say, it's just one of the things. Sometimes you can help, and other times you can't make it. But it turns out I'm actually going to Greece next year. I'm going to Crete. Never been to Greece in my life. I've heard of it, and of course, and I've seen various like YouTube videos of it, and I've heard of places like Rhodes, and I've heard of places like obviously Crete, and a few other Kos as well. Kos is really quite nice. So when I'm at my mum's, sometimes generally we go on YouTube and we have a look at it, and mum's like, oh, look at that, Mark, that's quite impressive. And there's a place and it begins with an S in Greece, and it's really quite stunning. It's out of this world, and it's all these different kind of white buildings in this island, one of the islands in Greece, and you should see all these kind of narrow streets. I mean, you need to do that to go, to go past them, but they're really quite impressive and unbelievable. I mean, the Greece is really really nice. It was never really a place I ever thought about trying to go to, but I remember when I was at school and we were writing, we done these like A4 bits of paper, and we'd always write down like where we'd like to go, like a mood board kind of idea, like a kind of like a dream board. What would you like to do in your life, and what cars, if you had a license in the future, what car would you like, and all that kind of thing. Um, so so mine was I'd love to go to kind of Greece, Crete, and all that, because these places are just beyond. They're really quite impressive and nice. So as I say, that was my Oasis collection. Hope you well, part of it. Obviously, I've got other albums here, but as I say, they're way kind of next to there. So that's that.